friends, this is Hedda. It's been a hot minute, but today I am here to show you my May setup. And I'm kind of happy that it was so sunny while I filmed this because then you can see how beautiful my notebook is and also the gold of my April spreads. So let's start by flipping through April. I used a lot of gold. I actually really enjoyed this setup. I used some stickers from Jenny Journals and then I just rapid logged the whole month. I also had an extra page for video ideas and thoughts and stuff like that, and that was basically it. So for my cover page, I cut out 2 pieces of watercolor paper in the right size and then I taped them down. Because spring has finally come to Norway, I wanted to paint some flowers that are really common here. They're called hvitveis and blåveis in Norwegian. And I tried translating them in Google Translate, as you can see here, and it didn't really work. Because here it says that hvitveis is anemone, but when I Google anemones, this is the flower that comes up. And the actual flower I'm trying to paint is this one. They might be in the same plant family or something, I don't know, but yeah, that's my theme this month, I guess. And the reason why I chose this is because they're blue and white, and May is kind of the month of Norway for me. Our national day is on the 17th of May, and nothing screams Norwegian spring like these flowers and the 17th of May. So I'm really excited for this month, and I wanted my cover page to really reflect that. As for the painting, at first I thought I would leave the background white. I thought that would look nicer, but then somehow I decided to do like a green wash, which actually was a terrible idea because I'd already painted the flowers, so it all looked a little bit strange, but I kind of fixed it by using some white gouache for the white flowers, and then I used some Tombow dual brush pens to draw the outline of the flowers. So I think it all turned out okay in the end. If I were to paint this again, I'd probably make the colors stronger, but you know, we learned from our mistakes and it's not terrible, so I can live with it. So while I finished painting this, which took forever, I thought I'd talk about my weekly spreads a little bit, because I used to do one spread for each week and it was fun. I could do different things every week and it was quite creative, but it did take more time than I was comfortable with, and it's not like I needed the same amount of space for every day of a week because some days are just busier than others. So I started rapid logging instead, which I think is the right term for what I'm doing. So every day, usually in the evening when I'm done with my tasks for the day, I sit down and I make the space for tomorrow, I guess. I just write out the day and the date and the tasks that I have that day, and then I of course use my monthly calendar to see if there are any appointments, which, you know, I usually remember now because I actually use my journal. Oh, and before I write down the tasks for the next day, I usually take some time to reflect upon the current day, and if I feel like writing a few sentences about the day, I'll do that. And then, you know, it's also kind of a diary and not just a planner, and this works really well for me. I've been doing it since February, and I would like to keep doing it. For the cover page, I used Sakura Koi watercolors and also some Winsor & Newton gouache. And I used Tombow dual brush pens for the outlines and also to write May here on the top. And I decided to journal in Norwegian this whole month. I usually mix English and Norwegian, but I thought because it's the month of Norway, you know, National Day and everything, I would do everything in Norwegian. Let's see if I can manage that. It's always a little bit scary to use watercolors directly in the notebook, but I thought I would give it a go anyway. So this is the page that is going to become my monthly calendar. I used a lot more colors this month than I usually do. I like to stick to 1 or 2 colors, but this time I'm going all out with red, blue, whites, and green. So I both like it and kind of dislike it. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I think these flowers turned out really pretty, and I outlined them in black, which I kind of regret because I wish I'd used the Tombows again, but it's a different look and it's fine. So my color choice is, of course, because of the Norwegian flag. There wasn't really any room for a whole flag in the shot, so I put this little chocolate here to remind you what the Norwegian flag looks like. I tried to use red, white, blue, white, red to kind of be the flag in a way. It worked fine, but I wish I'd drawn like less black lines. I'm realizing that I could have done a lot of things very differently with the spread, but you know, what's done is done and I might as well embrace it. I use my monthly calendar a lot, so it's very important to me that I can stand looking at it. It's all about your own outlook, and I try to have a very positive view on life, so you know, this won't be a problem for me. Lastly, I just added some yellow to the center of the flowers, and then my monthly spread is done. If you follow my Instagram, you'll know that I don't really do monthly trackers. But this month I wanted to make a packing list because I'm gonna travel. So I dedicated one page to this packing list. It's really simple. I decided to draw with the highlighter on the exact same spot as the highlighter on the other side of the page because it was kind of ghosting and showing through, as you can see. And I think that was a really good decision because then it wasn't as visible on the other side. And then I painted a bunch of more flowers because why not? It's not like I'm gonna fill up this entire page because I'm trying to not bring a lot of stuff with me on my travels on purpose because I'll be bringing a lot of things back with me. So I figured I'd probably just use half the page anyway. Now for the other side, I decided to make a playlist and I used my actual iPhone to outline the shape of the phone here. And then I just made some squares inside of it where I can write down some songs that I'm into throughout the month of May. And I was really conflicted about whether or not I should color it in, but I ended up doing it because I thought it would look weird to have like a really colorful page on the left side and then just black and white on the other. So I ended up using watercolors to color the phone and the background. Honestly, I'm using so much watercolors in this journal, I don't even know why I have pens anymore because I only use watercolors. Somehow I have a lot of black fine liners, so right now I'm trying to only use my microns to kind of empty them so that I can move on to the next ones because there is really no point in having as many black fine liners as I have because you can only use one at a time anyway. You know, there are a lot of stationery haul videos, but there are no videos about pens I emptied in this year or videos like that, and my goal is to make one of those. I just have to use my pens more. Here I'm filling in my packing list with my favorite writing pen, the .38 Muji gel pen. It is so good. I am never gonna stop using it. I have 5 of it and I'll never run out. I am already contradicting my own goal about emptying my stationery. Here I am filling in some events and appointments that I already know about. These I have drawn from my future log, and then there's lots of room to write in other things that will happen. Here I'm just gonna draw the Norwegian flag because it's the 17th of May. I'm so excited. So to put my cover page into my journal, I'm gonna use some double-sided tape, and this is just a regular Scotch double-sided tape. It works really great. Double-sided tape works much better than glue sticks because glue sticks kind of warp the paper. So there you have it. My cover page is complete. Now let's do a flip through and some close-ups. Enjoy! Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to click the like button and also to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I hope you have a lovely day and I'll see you next time.